They are directed to individual victims of racism or people who perceive themselves to be victims of racism. Now, some people may not perceive themselves to be victims of racism. Individuals. You say, well, I'm not a victim of racism. Then the books do not apply to you. Very simple. This is total democracy. All you got to do is just simply say, it doesn't apply to me. Nothing in the book applies to me. I'm not a victim of any kind. Nobody's ever victimized me. I've always got my way. I don't have any problems with people. Anytime I encounter people, I get my way. I do what I want to do. And particularly if I'm black and I interact with white people, I've never had a problem with a white person telling me to do anything that I shouldn't do. I do what I want to do. I tell them what to do. Now, the black person who says that, the book does not apply to them. So, I just want to make that very clear. It applies to people who say, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time in this area of activity, that area of activity, all areas of activity. And I believe I might be having a hard time on account of something called racism and or white supremacy. That's what the book is for. The individual person who perceives that he or she has a problem with racism, one way or another. Otherwise, it doesn't apply, and you shouldn't pay any attention to it. But if the person sitting next to you say that they have a problem, that's who the book is for. It's called the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept. That's a long title that's explained in the book itself. But it's a textbook workbook for what the individual person can do who perceives himself or herself to be a victim of racism in every area of activity, first of all, with an analysis of the problem in each area of activity, or in a little example, you might say, or sample, and suggestions about what that person can do about it.
Yes.
You can get the book by going to producejustice.com, and everything that you need to know for ordering is on that website, producejustice.com.